Now that we have played some major scales, let's look at the whole and half step pattern for the minor scale. Whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. Starting on any note, using this pattern, you will get a natural minor scale. This is the A minor scale. The pattern again is whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. Now, unlike the major scale, there are three different minor scales. First is the natural or the pure minor, which you have seen. Next is the harmonic minor. This is the minor scale that is most familiar and the one we will be learning. To form a harmonic minor scale, sharp the 7 of the natural or pure form. In the scale of A minor, G is the 7th tone. It is sharped. This sharp does not show up in the key signature, however. It is treated as an accidental and must be placed in every time as needed. The key signature for A minor is no sharps or flats. The third form of the minor scale is the melodic minor. In this form, the 6th and 7th tones are raised 1/2 step, ascending or going up, and the same 6th and 7th tones are lowered, descending, or coming down the scale. Again, take the natural form of the minor scale and raise the 6th and 7th going up, lower the 6th and 7th coming down. The whole and half step pattern for the harmonic minor scale is whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole and a half, half. Here are three minor scales for us to learn. They are in the harmonic form. Watch the fingering. A minor, A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. Coming down, A, G sharp, F, E, D, C, B, A. Fingering is the same as in the C major scale. D minor, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C sharp, D. Coming down, D, C sharp, B flat, A, G, F, E, D. E minor, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D sharp, E. Coming down, E, D sharp, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E. There are certain relationships between major and minor scales that will help us remember the key signatures. Relative majors and minor scales have the same key signatures but different key names. For instance, C major has no sharps or flats, neither does A minor. F major scale has one flat, so does D minor. The other relationship is parallel majors and minors. The key names of C major and C minor are the same, C and C. But the key signature of C major is no sharps or flats, while the key signature of C minor is 3 flats. The key signature of F major is 1 flat, while the key signature of F minor is 4 flats. Same key name, different key signatures, while the opposite is true for the relative major and minor. They have the same key signature but different key names. To find the relative minor from the major scale, count down 3 half steps from the key note. C to B to B flat to A. you land on an A. And A is the relative minor of C major. Or you can count up 6 tones from the key name of the major scale and the result will be the same. All this is very handy when you have a key signature and you want to know what key you are in. If you know your major key signatures, then all you have to do is count down 3 half steps or up 6 tones from the major key tonic and you have the relative minor. This relationship works on all relative majors and minors, not just C and A. The following is a grouping of all the major keys and their relative minors. Study this carefully. The word interval means the distance between 2 tones. The distance is measured by how many tones are involved. In the example, C is the bottom note. From C to C is a prime or a unison. From C to D is a second. There are 2 notes involved, C and D. From C to E is a third. There are 3 notes involved, C, D, and E. From C to F is a fourth, etc. These intervallic relationships are important in improving your note reading skills. You need to be able to recognize at a glance which interval you're playing. Let's practice recognizing intervals. In the first row we have a third. The first example is a third. The second example is a fifth. The third example a fourth. The fourth example a second. The fifth example is a sixth. The next example is a seventh. And the next example is a prime or a unison. The second row. We have a fourth, a fifth, a second, a sixth, the unison, a third, and a seventh.